Hello and welcome back. My name is Britton from Greenbrier Vintage. Last week I went to a private estate sale where I got first dibs on everything in the house before anyone else had picked it. Stay tuned and see my haul. So that was a very good estate sale visit. I have stuff in the front seat. I have stuff all in the back seat. It's mainly all wood items, but a really great collection that they had there, and they had so much furniture that I wish I could have taken, but I definitely don't have the space for the furniture. But they did not show any of this in the pictures that I saw online. I didn't even know what to expect when I went there. I definitely didn't expect this, and I am on a thrifting vintage high right now. I'm so excited about all these things, so I can't wait to get home and unpack it all. Now it's time for the haul, and you can see that it's kind of impossible to do a proper haul because everything takes up my entire table. So what I'll do is I'll take the items down off this table and I'll kind of show you individually what I ended up getting. This was a very surprising estate sale for me. What happened was they had an estate sale scheduled for the weekend. I had messaged them to ask the address and the time because they didn't post those things. And they said that although you could come on the weekend, you could also schedule an early appointment if you were interested. So of course, I'm always a believer and a person who would want to go and get early first dibs pick at an estate sale. And so I scheduled an appointment for Friday to go before the estate sale actually happened. None of these items were in the photos. The photos actually, I didn't even think that there was anything really good. I just thought, you know what? I'll just go, I'll see what I can get. And because I was there with the people in the house, I wasn't obviously going to be filming. But they also had so much great furniture, antique furniture that I couldn't take. I just don't have the space for it. But I did get some smaller pieces like this magazine or book holder, and then some stools as well. So let me take everything down off the table here and show you some things individually so you can kind of get a better look at everything. And I also got some really great art pieces that I've never seen before, and I'm really excited to show you guys those, so stay tuned. Before I set up my tripod here to give you some hands-free showing of the items, I will show you these two pieces first so I can get them off the table. There is this little footstool, very sturdy, nicely built. You can see it has the nail marks here. Everything does need a bit of a dusting. You can see it has dust and cobwebs and stuff on it, but that's just very minor cosmetic cleaning that needs to be done. Nothing major or intense or anything like that. So this is a nice stool. I didn't even see this stool. It's almost, I think they had it in the corner of the living room, acting almost like a little side table in a way. But this stool, look at the carving there with the, I think that's a bird, right? That's the head, the tail, yeah, and the wings, a bird. With the leaves coming on the side, and you can see the work done here, and the top is just a stunning piece. And I didn't even notice this back in the corner of the living room. They were kind of taking me around and showing me what was available and what wasn't. And I walked completely by that corner, didn't even look over in the corner. I think it had like a lamp, or I don't know, there was some stuff on top of it. And they're like, oh, you like this stool. What about this one? Do you think you'd want this stool too? And I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even see that. So this is a great piece as well. And it is kind of almost like a little table in a kind of way. So I'm going to take these two pieces down and I'll show you some other items. Then there is this magazine, standing magazine or book rack. Obviously, once again, I have to dust it and clean it, but that's very minor. It's a very nice piece. I love how it stands up. I don't think I've ever found a standing one before. I've definitely found ones that sit on the ground. I like how it has the handle because you could easily pick it up and move it around easily. And it is raised up, so if you were sitting in your chair or something like that, you'd be able to reach over and just grab your books or magazines. It could also be, I guess, if you wanted to put, you know, knitting and sewing and that kind of supplies in it, but a very nice piece. And once again, I didn't notice this. I think I was just overwhelmed by how much there was actually at this house and how much antique and old stuff, patina, all the wood, so many things. And I think I just walked in and I was kind of stunned because none of this was in the pictures. And I just couldn't believe what I had stumbled upon, basically. And I was the first one there. No one else had been to the house to make an appointment. And so I just walked in and I think I was just like, yeah, like everything, like let's just start putting this all in piles. I'm gonna take it all. And they were like, oh, well, what about that? You like this? Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that? I literally walked past this multiple times, didn't even notice it. And I was like, oh yeah, I think I was just blinded by all these things. So that's also why it helps when you're at estate sales. I go around multiple times to each room and make sure I like search everything, because sometimes you do get so overwhelmed that you're blind to different items. So this is a really cool piece. I love it. Before I show you these items, I'm just going to show you this box because it's too big to really show properly unless I'm back up from it. So this says high explosives, dangerous, class 3, division 1, BTC 15A65. I guess it probably at one time, you can see it had these little notches here, so a lid would have slid on to cover it. It obviously doesn't have the lid now, but just look at the joinery on this. Absolutely fantastic. There is, what does it say on this side? Oh, made in Canada by Canadian Industries, 1954. So that's good. I have a date. 1954 limited. Something Ontario, James Island, BC. Beldil, PC, Brannard, Manitoba, I guess, Calgary, Alberta. So maybe that's a list of, does that say factories, maybe? Factories at? So maybe they have a bunch of different factories around Canada. So it does have Manitoba, BC, Alberta, and something Ontario for sure on it. But very nice box. And boxes like this are just fantastic for storage. You can keep whatever you like inside of it. You know, different decor. You could have like a blanket inside. You could keep toys inside. Like for your kids, say you just wanted to put the toys away in an attractive kind of way. You have this box. You could have these boxes in your kitchen with different, your different supplies, kitchen, baking, whatever kind of supplies in it. And then it's stored away in a nice way. And when you want the items, you take out the box and then they're kind of tucked away in a nice way. So that's this box. Now let's get to the smaller things over here. Actually, I will show you this real quick before I get to that stuff because this one is kind of heavy. I didn't realize how heavy. Beautiful box. I think this must have been small. Oh, sorry, you can't see. Small something box. The person from the estate went to lots of antique shops. So a lot of this stuff was from auctions and antiques and antique markets, flea markets, stuff like that. This, you can tell this is a very old box. This chain to me doesn't look as old. I think someone more recently, or maybe the person who sold this at the antique mall, they added this chain with the hooks on it because the patina of the box does not match the patina of that. Probably just as an extra feature so the box didn't slam open because it is quite heavy. But beautiful, beautiful box. I just love all the little markings in it. What a fantastic box. And I love the old patina of it. So now I'll get to those items. So here is a pitcher jug. A wooden pitcher jug, really nice piece, and it is stamped on the front something quartz, so some kind of measurement there. Canas, Newmarket. So this might be Newmarket, Ontario. Shout out to Newmarket. But I guess it could also be, I think there's a Newmarket in England, I think. So I'm not sure. I have to do a little bit more research. Looks like that was the original sticker on it from wherever the antique mall that she had purchased this at. But once again, beautiful patina on this, beautiful age. and it's carved from, this is a solid piece of wood. Look at that. This almost looks like it's like just a trunk from a tree, and they carved out all of this and then they attached the handle. So this would be great. You could just have this on display as is. You could also, you know, put some dried botanicals, some dried florals or something in it. But it is a stunning piece just on its own, especially if I have any followers here from Newmarket. Maybe you want a piece, not that I know for sure this is from Newmarket, Ontario, but maybe you want a piece stamped with Newmarket. Now, the next thing is she had collected lots of art from artisans, local and, you know, Canadian artisans and stuff like that. And I thought this was a dried flower when I first saw it. And I did see the other two there as well. And I was kind of more interested in this because I thought it was a flower. But then I realized they told me that this was actually seaweed. So this person, it says Sea Exposures, M. Ward. And on the back, it says Sea Exposures by Marie Ward from North Vancouver, BC, Canada. So she made these art pieces, and these are actually seaweed. I think it goes, well, there's a hanger at the top, so I guess it must go this way. Wait, but the writing is on that way. Oh, there's multiple hangers. Sorry. Okay, so this goes this way because, yeah, the writing is there. This is seaweed. How fantastic is that? I actually have sold not seaweed before, but I found something somewhere before at a garage sale or an estate sale where someone did rhizomorphs, which were like in part of plant things, and that did sell very well for me. So anything botanical, naturey, that's kind of out of the ordinary does sell well for me. Once again, Sea Exposures, and there's that one, and then there's this one. I'll let you see it up close. How cool is that this is seaweed? Different types of seaweed art. So I will be selling these individually. I won't sell them as a collection. I don't think they need to go together, but I will sell them individually. They're just fantastic. So I'm glad that they actually told me what they were, because if I didn't know this was seaweed, I probably would have just glanced at it and kept going. But when I found out they were actually made from seaweed, that kind of gave it an extra, made me pause and want to look at it even more, because I found that very interesting. On the art topic, I also got these. They're little, I thought they were mushrooms, but maybe they're supposed to be trees, because it does say 3 oaks there. And someone made this in 2002. And they are made out of sandstone. I'm just covering up the phone number there because I don't know if it's still a valid phone number or not. But maybe not from 2002, but you never know. So these are made from sandstone, which is Crystal's Creations. And so someone made these out of little stones. And I actually thought they were mushrooms when I first got them. I guess you could pretend they're mushrooms. But now that I'm seeing 3 oaks, I guess they're meant to be trees. Although they don't look like oak trees. Maybe we'll just pretend they're mushrooms. I don't know. But I think they're super cute. And this is definitely another nature kind of themed piece of art that I thought was interesting. I got this box. The theme is definitely boxes. It's some kind of cigar box, La Bella Otero of J something Havana. There is a stamp on the bottom, which I cannot read, but just a very old, nice box. And it clasps shut. There's a little thing here. So that actually locks it. I didn't realize it. So when you flick this over, it locks, and now it can be opened again. I also got this giant jug, which I just love the kind of greenish kind of color to it. Very apothecary kind of style. This would be great to use as a vase or just to keep on a shelf as is, or you could fill it up with seashells or something like that. Whatever your nature finds or your exploration finds or something like that. Now let's get to this stuff. So this is what I was greeted with when I walked in the door. And I knew right off the bat that I had stumbled upon something good. So There were more rolling pins than this. What I decided to pick up were the rolling pins that the handles didn't move. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't like rolling something and the handles are slipping in an opposite direction from what you're rolling. These do seem to be attached, like they don't move, so I don't think they're separate. I think they're actually carved somehow in it. But these ones for sure, obviously, are just all part of it. So just one solid. You could take someone out with us if you wanted to. It's quite heavy, it has a good decent weight to it. But these ones have it's all attached. This one's a monster. They're attached as well. Really nice. You can see the grooves in this from someone actually carving this. Definitely not machine made for that. And then there is this one as well. So I think, if I remember correctly, I think there were 3 or 4 other rolling pins. There was a whole collection of them. I just didn't pick up the other ones because I knew, I just thought, you know what, I'd rather, these ones had the most patina, the most age kind of looking to them. And also I knew that my personal preference is when the handles don't move as well. And then there was this box and I just said, give me the whole box. I don't even know what this stuff is. So I actually have to, now that I'm looking at this, could this be a wooden funnel? We were trying to figure out what it was. And now that I'm looking at the hole at that end, I feel like this might be a wooden funnel. So you're finding out about this stuff kind of at the same time as me, because I was in such, I was, so overwhelmed and so excited about everything. I kind of just was like, give me that whole box. I'll take it. So I have to look up these items and find out more about them. They came in the box, so I'll sell the box separately, unless I'm trying to decide whether I want to sell this as a whole collection of items, all these kitchenwares, or sell them individually. I have to look into what they actually sell for. I really don't know, but maybe pop up in the comments. I'm gonna pop up a question to you guys. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are. Do you think, if you were to, would you be more interested in buying kitchenwares like this individually, like you just need this piece for your collection and you don't want everything else? Or would that entice you to buy it more if you could buy the entire collection? It's just one fell swoop, you get the whole collection. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. And maybe also if you're even a vintage seller as well, what you usually do. I've never bought like a collection of stuff like this before, so I don't know where it would be more valuable to someone, if they could buy it individually or if they could buy it, the whole set. So there is this, like I said, now that I'm looking at it more, I feel like it might be a funnel, but we'll figure that out. Well, I'll figure that out. Or you can let me know in the comments. This must be some kind of masher, potatoes or beans or something. This is, I don't know, maybe a shaper for like butter or something. Don't come at me in the comments. I haven't researched any of this yet. So sometimes I do research ahead of time, but sometimes I don't. So I have no idea what this is. This is like for that, like a sifter or something, and you move it around the or is it a juicer? Something. It's something for the kitchen. And then we have a paddle. I know that. Some kind of paddle scraper thing. And then we have this guy. I'm stumped, actually. I don't know. Some kind of flattener. Okay, so they come in this box, and then there's all these cool pieces. That's all I know. I saw it. I saw patina. I saw age. I saw they were all wood. I knew I liked it. I don't know why, but I just loved it. So not sure if I should sell this as a whole collection or sell them individually. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see what the general consensus is. Now I have a giant box full of boxes. So let me show you what is here. So first up I have this guy. Nice patina, nice shape. Perfect for, you can put a plant. I have some of these kind of boxes actually on the top of my cabinets in the kitchen. And I put like some fake plants and stuff just so it draws your eyes upwards and you get some some greenery in your kitchen. They don't get light up there, so they can't actually be real plants, but nice box for that. You could put your salt and pepper. You could put, you know, stuff to take it to the table and have it like your napkins and everything like that. It could be a little caddy. Also have, oh, an extra box. Okay. Boxes on boxes. Is this the one? Yeah. This one is pasteurized loaf cheese. Some kind of cheese box. This is actually, I have a cheese box in my kitchen. So this is a nice box. You know, I'm just a sucker for boxes. Honestly, a lot of these boxes are going to go to my booth in Niagara Falls. So it's at the Vintage Venture at 6289 Huggins Street in Niagara Falls. Just because there are so many boxes, I feel like boxes are more of an impulse buy at a booth space than something people are really looking for on a website. This, so I thought this was a sewing drawer at first, but it doesn't have any space where a handle would be. And she told me, what'd she tell me? It was either for cheese or for butter. Some kind of box for making cheese or butter. I forget what she said. You can see the joinery there. So I'm going to have to, like everything else, research this a little bit more. But I just thought it was a cool box. I just try to get some better light in here. I feel like the lighting is kind of going wonky, but this box is an interesting box as well. She told me, I feel like she also told me some kind of cheese or something. I have never seen a box like this before, and it has these cutouts on either side. Sorry, it's kind of big. But it's just a really cool box, I thought. And also, you could put like a label or something in this if you wanted, because it already has the natural indent. And also, say you had your own, you know, a market booth, a stall, whatever kind of thing, and you wanted to put a label inside of it to sell products in your shop. Interesting joinery kind of there too. Now there is this one. This one I definitely think is a sewing machine drawer, because it has the spot where you would have the handles. But still, I love these drawers. They're great for, I use them for staging photos for the website. I use them for markets. I use them in my booth spaces. I love little boxes like this. They're so great for corralling items. And I also use them in my own home for decor and for decorating. I think if I was to display it, I'd actually display it on this side, because then you get the lines of it. But nice box. And now I'll show you the last two boxes. So I had to take it off the tripod for that because they're so big. This one you can see, once again, the patina, the nails. I'm not sure exactly what this box would have been used for, but it's nice because it kind of has these handles kind of built into it on either side. And then this one is just a stunning one. Let me just put that down. Look at the joinery on this. So you can see all the, like the marks there, the screws or nails or whatever, the joints. I love this. It has handles too, which is great. Definitely needs a dusting. Very dusty. So it has handles on either side. Just a really nice, really sturdy box. So I have to, like, these kind of pieces definitely on my website. I'm not going to ship this. So, and it might not be for a local person to order it and want to pick it up or get it delivered. So I think the booth will be best for the bigger boxes, and even the smaller kind of boxes. I feel like if you walked into a booth space, you would see the boxes. You would, I get so excited. I love the patina of the wood and everything. So I feel like that might be a better place to sell them. They do take up more space and stuff too. So I think these boxes will all go to my booth in Niagara Falls at the Vintage Venture, but the other items will come to the website, I think, eventually. Next week as well, I'll be listing some of the stuff. And the big glass jug will go to my booth space as well. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed coming along. Well, you didn't actually come along to the estate sale really with me, but I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got from the estate sale. And if you are interested in following me, you can find me on Instagram at greenbrier_vintage. And you can find me on my website at www.greenbriervintage.com. I'm just a small business, so anytime anyone subscribes to my channel, I get super excited about it. So if you would like to subscribe, like this video, comment on this video, let me know what your thoughts are about some of these things. I would appreciate it so very much. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.